It is time now for Better Law, and the last thing you want to have happen is get into an accident. But if it does happen, you need to know what to do and how to get help. So joining us now is attorney lawyer Twilly of LA Law.
How are you?
Hi.
I'm well. How are you guys doing?
Do you get to hear the music that we play? It's so L'Oreal.
I love it.
Isn't it great? I don't know how to say
that
word. Professorial?
Professorial?
Professorial? Legal?
I like that.
It's so legal.
It sounds like LA Law to me. Like
it does.
The other
it
LA
does.
Law.
The other LA Law. And speaking of LA Law, you're here in Connecticut.
That is correct. We're based in Hartford, Connecticut, not LA. LA is just my first two initials.
You're switching it up with the tie, too. Sometimes you get the bow tie, sometimes you get the straight tie. You're confusing me.
Well, the necktie, the bow tie is my signature. I've wore it for years and years and years, but today was a necktie kind of day. I was a little lazy, so let's just be honest.
In quarantine, we'll let you be okay with just a necktie. This is more cars are on the road. I know you and I have talked about this before, but more cars are on the road. That means accidents are going to go up, and there are definitely some things that people need to know to do in those first days, weeks, hours, or they could really end up not doing as well as they could have for themselves, right?
Yes, and I know I've spoken about this before, but a significant amount of my clients actually are people that have sort of waited for a period of time. They've waited too long, and it got to the point where they felt like they were being taken advantage of. And so they got around to sort of calling us. And perfect example, I met with a woman yesterday, sweet young lady, recent UConn graduate. She was involved in a car crash about a month and a half ago. And what happened was the insurance company started giving her the runaround. They said, oh, our client, she admitted fault, but we don't think that she was fully at fault. And we want to check security camera footage. And we'll get back to you on whether or not we're going to accept liability. We'll get back to you on what we're going to pay you back for your car, so on and so forth. In the meantime, was without a car, trying to get to and from work, maxing out her credit cards on Uber rides. She just before calling us, she called them. They said they were still investigating the matter. She calls us. We give them a call. Within 24 hours, they stopped their investigation. They paid her for her. They put her into a rental car, and then they paid her for her property damage. And personal injury attorneys especially get this bad reputation for being sort of ambulance chasers and whatnot. What we don't hear about is some of these sort of dirty tactics that auto insurance carriers sometimes use to delay and really mess with people's financial lives. We don't hear about that a lot, and it's really unfortunate.
Do I call the police after a car accident, small or large?
Absolutely. Do not hesitate. Call the police. This also happens a lot at the scene. There's a level of honesty at the scene that happens.
Right,
oh my
exactly.
gosh, are you okay? It's my fault, and let's exchange insurance information, and we don't need to get the police involved. And then when they start talking to their insurance carriers, the lies start to happen. And I've seen that happen so many times. So get an independent third party there to evaluate the situation, to get statements, and then to formalize that in the form of a police report. Absolutely.
So even, sometimes they say, oh, it's only a fender bender or something. It's best to just wait it out, tell the person, I'm sorry, I have to wait for police and call them, even though I trust you. And do you take, in the meantime, we all have smartphones, should we be taking lots of pictures or videos?
You know what, I would. So to answer the first part of your question, even if it's a small fender bender, definitely call the police again, because what appears to be a small fender, I was involved in a small fender bender. No big deal. The person rear-ended me or whatever. It ended up being, $1,800 that I would have had to pay out of my pocket to fix that small fender bender, right? Just a small little dent in my bumper. So unless you feel like, throwing out $1,700, $1,800, $2,000 of your own money, you should get the police involved.
Okay.
And we did.
Thanks. Thank you so much. Hey, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? What time do you want me to come over?
Well, that invitation is in the mail, and I want you to come over at 1:30.
Okay, we'll see you then.
But we're having a small thing. We're
Okay.
having a small thing.
Small thing. Good. Good to see you always.
Wear your orange tie.
Always great to see you both. Take care and have a wonderful
Thanks,
holiday.
You too. Bye, Laura.
For more
Bye.
information.
He's such a nice guy. he rolls with the punches too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's good.
Absolutely. And I know your brain's a little frozen anyway from being a turkey this morning.
Absolutely.
For information, you can visit LALawCT.com or find Attorney Twilley on Facebook and on Instagram. He actually says he answers some messages from people there too. So.
God bless. All right.